Hello, welcome back to Statman Dave Clips. Today, we're going to be taking a look at my Champions League players to watch out for this season. Some exciting young talents to talk about. This video is brought to you in partnership with SofaScore. There's a link in the description below. If you already don't have SofaScore, go and check it out. It's a banger of an app. It's where we do all of our analysis on. Anyway, let's dive in. I think the first player that I think you've definitely got to keep an eye on in this Champions League season is Mussiala. Kind of broke onto the scene last season and is really showing, a taste for scoring goals in important games for Bayern Munich. If we take a look at last season in the Champions League, the German international's first taste of Champions League football last season, scoring and assisting against Lazio in last season's Champions League, in a game where Bayern were, struggling for numbers. They were struggling for bodies, and Mussiala coming into attacking midfield, scoring a really important goal for Bayern Munich. Take a look at the goals that he scored in big games already so far. Goals against Schalke, Eintracht Frankfurt, RB Leipzig and Lazio. This season, Musiala's already had an impressive start to the Bundesliga year. So far, we're looking at 4 games played, 2 goals, 2 assists, including the goal against RB Leipzig. His game by numbers against RB Leipzig was absolutely fantastic. Let's jump into those right now. Again, came on at half-time, but made an impact from the bench. A goal and an assist, won 2 out of his 3 tackles, created 1 big chance in 45 minutes. Under Nagelsmann, I think he can take his game to another level from a tactical perspective as well. I think the big thing with Musiala's his ability to get into the box and make things happen and look so calm in the penalty area. Very dynamic footballer, technically very good at dribbling and going either way. But I think it's his finishing that's the really interesting one. It's his finishing. It's when he does get in and around the penalty area. Scored a really good goal against Leipzig last season where he let the ball go across his body and then cracked it into the bottom corner. And he just looks like a top quality footballer. And I feel like that's a level where we're looking at where he can play, and he's a flexible forward for Nagelsmann. He could, play centrally, could play wide left, could play as a forward, could play wide right. It's got that positional fluidity, but he's got a knack of scoring. Something that's a little bit Thomas Muller about him, in a sense. A little bit Thomas Muller about him. Can play loads of different roles, always makes an impact in the final third. We're looking at all comps this season. 7 goals plus assists in 6 games. Scored 3 goals and got 2 assists from the right wing, scored 1 goal and got 1 assist from the left wing. One player to watch from this season's Champions League. Another player that you got to highlight as well, if Leroy Sane can get flying on this left wing for Bayern Munich, could be an absolute superstar. But also Alphonso Davies of Bayern Munich, a superb footballer. We know how good he is. When they're working that switch out, Bayern Munich, that we're going to see time and time again under Nagelsmann, they are definitely players to watch out for. Let's go through the other favourite of the Champions League this season. I think we've got to be looking at PSG. Another team that's got such quality, and the level of depth that PSG have got right now is absolutely disgusting. We're looking at the team. They've built this wonder team that includes the likes of Lionel Messi, Mbappe, Neymar in midfield. Hakimi's in there. You've got the likes of Nuno Mendes to pop forward. There's a whole host of players to watch out for in this PSG team. I think the one that will be interesting for me is seeing, which position Messi takes up. Is it left wing? Is it right wing? Where's Mbappe going to fit in? Where's Neymar going to go in? But the relationship potentially, if we're going to throw some more kind of box-to-box players into midfield, it's kind of the relationship between Messi and Hakimi. Hakimi could be a really exciting player to watch out for, flying down the right-hand side for PSG. Let's move forward to a little bit of an outside shout for players to watch out for in the Champions League this season. Let's actually go to Milan. The first time Milan have been in the Champions League since 2014. And a player that I think you guys should keep a bit of an eye out, that I feel that could take his game and the respect that he's got to another level is Raphael. Raphael is a player that we've been watching for a few years now that has that kind of ability to create something out of nothing, has a brilliant ability to drive on the ball, to create and so forth, and could kind of catch catch teams out. He had a great run of fixtures last season from, about December to kind of January time. But another super fluid footballer that can play left, that can play right, that can kind of get involved. In terms of the performances from last season, played both of those positions, wide left, wide right. Very comfortable. And I think on paper his stats aren't unbelievable, but 7 goals and 6 assists across all comps last year is a good start to his career. Was superb against Juve. Off the bench, really making a difference. Grabbed a very, very direct goal. And this is the thing with Raphael. He's almost that kind of like wide winger that's got the height of Cristiano Ronaldo, that's got really good body balance, that has the raw materials to be something super, super special. And if Milan do kind of want to progress through the Champions League, they've got to have players like Raphael carrying them in a sort of an attacking sense. Obviously, you're looking at the rest of their lineup. There's a few players to, again, take notice of that could really open a door for things. We all know about Frank Kessey, top quality box-to-box central midfielder. Good in attacking sense, good in a defensive sense, all good all around the pitch. But also the great Zlatan Ibrahimovic, closing in on 40, but still scoring goals. We all know that he can be a threat. Grabbed the goal in his only game so far this season. Someone to watch out for as well. And finally, let's go back to Real Madrid. Real Madrid are in an interesting position in the Champions League. I wouldn't class them as one of the favourites this season, but that's something that you should never write them off, or write them off at your peril. And I think one real bright spark and a player to watch out for in this season's Champions League has got to be little Vinicius Jr. Vinicius Jr. obviously bought to Real from South America to kind of be the next big thing for them, to be that kind of Robinho, or be that kind of guy that can sort of start things for Real Madrid in an attacking sense. And I think he's a player that has really, really improved over the last sort of 12 months for Real Madrid. He seems to be more complete. His performances have been very, very good. And when you look at the stars that Real have got with the likes of Hazard, Bale, obviously Benzema's still absolutely flying, but Vinicius Jr. is arguably their second most important player behind Karim Benzema right now. And with the injury problems of both Bale and both Hazard, he's going to be their main sort of wide man. I think from a tactical sense, this Carlo Ancelotti team, in a way, is kind of building towards getting the best out of the likes of Hazard, the likes of Vinicius Jr., but it's playing a little bit differently in a sense of having, that kind of narrow front three in a sense, or the front three with width very much held by Vinicius on the flank, allowing him to drive, allowing him to play and make, getting Hazard a little closer to Karim Benzema, and Valverde doing the defensive side of the game for Eden Hazard. And with Vinicius, it is that spark and that ability to go round a man, and that ability to be confident. Recent goals in games against the likes of Celta Vigo, very accomplished finish against Celta Vigo, opening up his body, slotting the ball home. But a threat, a real threat. And we take a look at his kind of performances already in the Champions League. I think we already kind of started to take notice of him last season, and now we'll take notice of him even more. Vinicius Jr. versus Barcelona in 45 minutes created 3 chances, 1 shot, completed 3 of his 4 dribbles. I feel like he can be the spark for Real Madrid. He can be the spark that can open up the door and can really make things happen. The Brazilian's already surpassed his best ever La Liga goal scoring season in just 2 starts, making 4 appearances in La Liga and scoring 4 goals. A goal every 56 minutes. Vinicius, my player to watch out for in the Champions League this season. Only Karim Benzema scored more goals for Los Blancos this year. So there's a few players to watch out for, guys. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, guys. If you are new around here, please hit that subscribe button and check out SofaScore, link in the description below. You've seen all the wonderful analysis we've done on it. Go and get it yourself. Available on the Google Play and App Store. But anyway, we'll see you later.